As this, and we'll go ahead and start a character off, I guess. Let's see. Let's start off with something a little more sarcastic, huh? You know, real dude type dude. Take a good look. Let's go ahead and draw this part of him right over here. I always enjoy hooking my characters up their own way, you know? These segments are very special, called Hybrid Heroes. And it's more about just creating fun mashups. Smashing stuff up's pretty fun. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's go ahead and keep giving this a try. You see, I like to sketch everything in first with a pencil and such, you know? Okay. Not sure if you can tell what I'm drawing yet, but we're getting there. And then once I start penning it in, then you'll be able to really see what's going on. This dude's really rude, I guess. Let's make him. Let's give him a little more tude, shall we? Maybe I can put shades on him. I don't know yet. Let's finish this character up first, and then I'll let you see if you can guess the name of him. You know, I've been drawing this way forever, so it's nice to finally start sharing this stuff with the world. I've always enjoyed doing this. This is usually what I'm up to in my free time, huh? It's fun if you have a lot of good ideas, but you always want to try to just have a good time with it, you know? You never put too much pressure on yourself to overachieve or anything like that. Because if you ask me, all art's great art. Kind of wonder what I'll do with the rest of it. Well, I just dropped something, but if you can't really tell what's going on here, you'll be able to find out soon enough, okay? The inking part's always very revealing, so... Looks like we got ourselves a nice sketch going already, huh, folks? Don't worry. As soon as I start putting the pen on here, then it'll make more sense. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to see if you can figure out this character's name. Now remember, the hints are that it's two characters match. Two characters get mashed up, and then, just figure the name out that way. As long as you know what two frame of reference characters I'm using, then it should be easy enough, huh? But I like to still add a little bit of original touch on these things, Let's see. So yeah, I'm basically just using these baselines to see what I think and how I want to use these colors to sort and just pen in. Let's see, straighten a little bit more of a noggin on this guy. He's got a big old noggin. Let's add that on there. Okay. Go ahead and bend that foot. Maybe I'll do it like that. I'm going to extend that side. I'm going to bring this ridge down. I always like to use the pencil just to make sure I got my lines set the way I want. And then after that, I get to get into the inking. Inking's always been one of my favorites, depending on what type of pen you got. Gotta make sure it flows just the way you like. Every pen is particular too. So, like all things, they come and go though, so you don't want to get too attached to your pens right away. But you at least want to kind of know what the pen flows like ink-wise. It makes it that much more therapeutic when you draw too. Okay, looks like that's the first part. Now, proceed to the inking. Today we have another amazing mashup on our hands. As you can see, I've already penciled in this character, and I'm going to continue and then pen it in. Join along, won't you? Feel free to join in if you like. You see, the good thing is too is that you like to do graphic design, so if you make a mistake, it's not really that big a deal. You can pretty much smooth out most any lines if you want to. So, I've been drawing forever, so kind of reach my own unique style. There's more of it around the YouTube channel if you like, but for today, we are going to make a very interesting mashup. Oops. Yeah, drawing's all about having fun, You gotta get in there and take some risk. Nothing wrong with making a mistake or two. It's all part of the learning curve. I just think most importantly you should have fun with it, I hope you enjoy drawing stuff too. I'll give a hint about this character. His name starts with a D. Now you see, me personally, I've always liked to rotate the paper to get the best angles. Also too, it alleviates a ton of stress from doing unusual strokes that you're not used to. So when you're first starting out, you'll probably be in that situation where you'll wonder if it's easier to rotate the page or not. I think that's more up for you to decide. Alright. Now we're going to start up here with this stupid little hat. Yeah, you like that stupid little hat, you dummy. No. There we go. Let's wrap it around. Sometimes I don't like to connect my lines right away until I give it another look at. Because, you know, while you're throwing out the line, you might change your mind or something. That's why I draw so light in pencil, because it's not really a blueprint of what I have to do. It's more like just a suggestion. Because there'll be times where I'll override ideas or try something a little risky, and you gotta have some risky in your art. Nothing wrong with that. I think the main thing is, though, that you should just have a good time, you know? So remember, this character's name begins with the letter D. Why? Who could it be? It could be anyone or anything. Now, basically, combining two characters. See right there? That's what happens. There are techniques that you can do to cover that up. And so as I continue to illustrate this character, it should become a little more clear as to who it is exactly I'm making. Let's resume, shall we? Oh, also too, this is very important for some folks that may or may not know, but it's a good idea to take breaks in between. You don't want to run yourself down too bad. So it's perfectly okay to sit back and take a sip of your soda pop or whatever you got in between. You never know, you might change your mind in between sessions and everything like that. Like while I was drawing this character, I was wondering about the mouth right here, so I did a couple of drawing road maps. And I decided to go with this one. And then that way it's real easy just to erase. Is it starting to look a little clearer to you, huh? I suppose so. You know what's weird is usually I jump around all over the place. I never stick to one area sequentially. Typically I like to just be all over the place. Kind of randomish. But this time I'm kind of drawing in overall formation, it seems, from top down. Ooh, there we go. Burning the midnight oil. Yeah, there's another technique I'm going to employ in a minute after I lay this layer of ink down. Also, too, when I'm done doing this, I'm going to digitize this and color it. That way you have a better idea of where I'm going with this. As you can see on the belt, I still have a lot of decision making I could do. I could add another line right here to give it more depth, or I could do some extra shading right there, but I'm going to color this in the computer, so I figure it best to just kind of keep it minimalized on ink details. Because you could spend all day detailing something in ink. Looks great when you get all in there like that. But for me, I draw in bulk, so I usually use color design. Try to keep the colors more simple, and I use other techniques to separate the object from the background. Okay, so as we proceed, there's a part right here I wanted to make a decision on that I just did. And you know, drawing's all about making decisions and sticking to them, so especially when you mess with ink. Pencil's okay. I mean, graphic design you can backstep and do a few adjustments, but it still seems like a lot of work. It seems like it would be quicker just to redraw it again. Like this part right here, not an issue at all. Watch. I was just trying to see how this pen inked again. It doesn't feel like it's inking very well. I've got an inkling my inking ain't doing as well. But it's perfectly okay. Kind of unusual to draw it so it's top down. Oh well. It's probably just because of the character design. And there were more decisions to be made from the top down. But it seems like the lower portion of this drawing was much funner in the sense of knowing what I wanted to do. Oh, I also forgot to mention a little bit about myself too. You see, I've been studying and working on things for years, and I've reached a certain point now where I'm a little freer as an artist to pursue new interests and new variations. So, that's why I've only recently decided to start posting and making videos like this. This will be the first of many. Don't worry, I got a lot of zany ideas. You're gonna laugh your socks off, pals. Don't forget to like and subscribe, huh? I think that'll do me a world of good. And I'd appreciate it. Imagine this being your job all day. Oh, so much fun. What I would do is I would just basically take suggestions and mash them all up. And then make the results unfold in front of us, just like this picture too, you know? There we go. Yes. I'm deciding on this portion being a little... do it like that. Oops. Sorry about that. So that's what we got so far. Can you tell what this character is now? Any idea? Let's even it up a little. That's what we got so far. Let's resume. That way I can finish this character up and show you the next phase. Maybe I'll give you another hint. Maybe I won't. Nah. It'll be a lot clearer once it's colored too. This will be a fun segment. it'll just be a nice mix-up of what-if characters that people wouldn't mind seeing. If you ask me personally. Is that making sense yet, anybody? Can anyone blurt out the name? Remember, it starts with a D. It's so nice to be drawing again. Took a nice little hiatus because I was coloring a bunch of drawings. I was doing it in Photoshop, so not necessarily the same as the other color method, but it's a lot cheaper, that's for sure. Save a ton of money on ink and pens and such, but you know, Prismacolor markers have such a unique look and aesthetic to it. Not to mention a very brilliant color range too. So if I were to color this outside of Photoshop, I'd probably go Prismacolor and maybe some color pencil. But everyone likes to color with their own method, so I wonder if anyone else is gonna have a good time participating along with me, huh? Let's see. There's a line right here I was thinking about adding, but yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it right here. Totally switch up the game. Dang, crazy. What a rebel. But why? Why did you do your lines right there? People have asked me, and I said, because it is the way of my work. Alright, now, gotta touch this character up a little. Let me touch this line set up right here. I didn't like that part. It looked too off to me. There we go. One last part. And this is the buckle. And you know, this part, to me, has always been something of repeat thought. Because if you think about it, you could put a design right there if you want. Or you could just put whatever. I mean, really, you could put a design on there, but this time around, I'm not going to do it. But if I were to, there would be a D there. And I've also decided to add that line there and that line there. Can you tell what this character's name is? Give it another once over. Okay, I'm going to touch it up, and then it should be good. And then we'll make it to the next step, where we digitize. We'll send it to virtual reality. Okay. I hope everyone out there is having a good time tonight or today, wherever you are. Cowabunga. Oh, look at me giving out hints again. Wonder what that has to do with anything. See what I'm doing now? Look at that, it really stands out, doesn't it? You see how the portion around here is far more highlighted, it gives it more virtue and contour in that sense. So, like I said, I'm going to proceed forward, and I'm going to selectively choose which spots to use the hard line on. If you do the hard line right, you can get a lot of dimensionality. I mean, it really makes a piece of art just jump out at you. I'm going to do right there. And I'm going to add more emphasis right about here. Do this side too. Ooh, we're really cooking now. I like this part when it comes to drawing the best. See, right about here is where I'm gonna make it real thick right about here. I'm really liking this piece now. Very nice. This pen's getting a little frayed. You see, folks, I spend a lot of time drawing, and they just don't make pens like they used to. Actually, I never made pens that great in the sense of standing up to a true artist lashing. 45 lashings. Okay, looks like we got a good portion of it done already. So far, so good. I'm having a great time too. I hope you folks are also. I'm now a free artist to work amongst the people and just come up with wacky, zany ideas, you know? Sometimes just coming up with the idea itself's fun. You don't really plan on doing anything with it or running with it, but, you know, it happens. I've always personally been a big fan of like goofy knockoffs. Some of them are just too hilarious. They're all over, you can look them up anywhere. Yeah, let's do that part. Ink that in a little more. And right about there, my pen was acting up. It's probably because of the penciling. It seems to be a good set of paper, but it contours a little on the unusual side. We're getting there, folks. Check it out. You know, the neat thing about portrait work too is you can spend as much time as you do or don't want to on it. And also, they're good projects for coming back to. You know, who says you have to finish everything in one day? It helps to be more patient in that sense, you know. On this one personally, I drew it in pencil and then I waited a few days because I had to do a bunch of other stuff anyways, but I knew this was sitting here waiting for me when I get back to it. Let's go ahead and round this out. Okay. Now, I'm going to finish up, excuse me. Now we'll finish up this portion. Here's what we got so far. Let's see what we think. Yeah? Okay. I finished thickening up the top part, and then I'll digitize it, and then you'll get your final answer onto the name of this secret character. Don't touch that remote, folks. We're almost done. There we go. Like where this is going. This turned out a little better than I thought. The good thing about not really having expectations is that you can surprise yourself more often. I'm getting a lot of paper gunked up in the tips of here, so it happens. There we go. There we go. We're almost there, folks. There's that portion. There's that. And there's that. Also gotta thicken this outer layer. Just not as thick. And you know what? Just because I feel like it helps, I'm gonna darken this brow region right up here. Give it more of a separation of contour. There we go. Ta-da! And I'm not going to use any of this portion right under here, so I'll erase that. And there's your character. Now, can you name this secret character? Find out